The new Razer Blade Stealth, $1,599 reviewed, $1,399 starting, has undergone a slight makeover while retaining the sleekness we've come to expect from Razer. But it's what under the hood that's the real crowd pleaser, as this is the first Stealth to ship with discrete Nvidia MX150 graphics. That means that you can play mainstream PC games on the go on a system that weighs less than 3 pounds. But the shock and awe doesn't stop there. The Stealth is also one of the first laptops shipping with Intel's new Whiskey Lake chip, giving the slim stunner a significant bump in power while lasting over 8 hours on a charge. However, an awkward keyboard is the fly in an otherwise tantalizing jar of ointment. Still, the newest version of the Razer Blade Stealth is worth a serious look. Razer Blade Stealth price and configurations. I had fun reviewing the $1,599 model of the Razer Blade Stealth, which has a 1.8 GHz Intel Core i7-8565U CPU with 16 GB of RAM, a 256 GB PCIe NVMe M.2 SSD, a Nvidia GeForce MX150 GPU with 4 GB of VRAM, an Intel UHD Graphics 620 GPU and a 1920x1080 display. If you want to save $200, you can pick up the base mode, L, which halves the RAM from 16 to 8 GB. But for an additional $300, you can snag a 4K, 3840x2160 touch panel. Design. Even though I really miss the glowing Razer logo, I can't deny the unbothered elegance of the new Blade Stealth. The lightly embossed tri-snake logo is subtle, drawing you ever closer to the black aluminum lid to admire its stately beauty. Similar to the Blade 15, the edges of the system are rounded ever so slightly. It's a small detail, but it speaks to the company's meticulousness, which I appreciate. More obsidian metal goodness awaits when you open the laptop. The keyboard is floating in a sea of the stuff with a positively gigantic touchpad underneath. On either side is a speaker waiting to pump out the gems. The 13.3-inch display resides up top, ensconced in some decidedly slim bezels. If you flip the laptop over, you'll find a pair of rubber feet running the length of the system's undercarriage, with a pair of vents that offer a generous view of the twin fans. Display. Stealth's 13.3-inch, 1920x1080 screen is bright and vibrant despite its matte, anti-glare coating. When I watched the Captive State trailer, I was impressed at how well the panel captured the richness of actor Ashton Sanders' mahogany skin, as well as his faded orange-red hoodie and the ominous metal collar with its various lights around his neck. Detail was clear enough that I saw the tattered material along the sides of the hoodie as well as the distinct braiding of its drawstrings. Playing Orion, Legacy of the Coriodan was a colorful cavalcade of action. The protagonist's red ceremony garb seemed to radiate off the screen as they unleashed powerful attacks upon their foes. The detail was sharp enough that you could see the wind blowing through their locks. Audio. Bitty speakers, surprisingly big sound. Packing 4 speakers and a smart amplifier, the Stealth easily filled our test space with Janelle Monáe's gender-fluid, Afrofuturistic melodies. The snares, hi-hats, and bass guitar were nice and clear on I Like That, providing the perfect backdrop for the artist's lilting soprano and rich alto. But like most laptops this size, it lacked the thump necessary to produce the low end, even with the Dolby Atmos software enabled. Keyboard and touchpad. The keyboard on the Razer Blade Stealth is a head-scratcher. I was immediately peeved at the right shift, enter and backspace keys, which are entirely too short on the island-style keyboard. I would have rather Razer hadn't included the arrow keys than gone with these shrimpy keys that forced me to be a lot more deliberate with my keystrokes. That considerably showed my typing, dropping my final score to 55 words per minute on the 10 fast fingers typing test. It's way below my usual 70 WPM.